Blue plus yellow equals green. This is not a painting trick. It's a way to stay alive when your mind starts to lose itself. Watch till the end to understand what I mean. Sometimes life turns too blue, not the nice blue of the calm sky. It's the blue that feels like distance, the blue of cold space, like you're floating far away from your own body. Everything becomes huge and logical and cosmic, and you start thinking in big sentences that don't help you eat, sleep, or speak the truth. Then the world gives you too much of blue. You don't get saved by wishing warmth. Wishing is weak. You get saved by finding one yellow thing. Yellow is not everything is fine. Yellow is a blinking signal that says, pay attention here. A decision is possible. Something can be changed. Blue plus yellow makes the third field green, a workable condition. Green is when you can breathe and act in full. So let me warn you plainly, you're not safe. Not as unsafe as a feeling or danger as a breaking news story. I mean, you have not been given a kind of comfort that forgives mistakes. You are vulnerable to mistakes. Not just with money or health, but mistakes of interpretation. One wrong interpretation and you can end up living someone else's life without noticing. You can start calling it my life because the calendar keeps moving and everyone around you nods back. You think? Good. The thinking isn't a shield. It can loop elaborately. If the surface is unreliable and the air is full of wrong answers wearing friendly faces, then the only honest move is dissent. You agree to see the truth of the world. It's a technical dissent, not a poetic or dramatic one. If you're going down, go down like a technician. Bring oxygen. Bring an oxygen cylinder. Bring a small, blunt, DIY mercy you can carry when natural breath fails. Because you are sinking into something specific, and it isn't water or darkness like a movie. The medium is redundancy, and eons of it. That's the truth. Systems repeating, lives repeating, mistakes repeating with better branding. Same traps, painted in new colors. Same hunger, packaged in new slogans. You call it history, it calls itself efficiency. You do the same work. You repeat the same arguments. You chase the same approval, get offered the same comforts. The machine learns your preferences and serves them back to you, and you mistake that for care. Hasn't it been enough? So many eons of redundancy. Here, the real test begins. I will not coil into despair. Despair teaches you to loop and call it truth. It gives you the feeling of being profound while you do nothing. I won't do that. So I sink with oxygen and I search. I don't search for meaning in general because it is too big and easy to fake. I look for the yellow blinking light. And then, there. A blink below, not red, not green. Yellow. Yellow is the most honest color because it offers a path while admitting danger. It says, you're not imagining the risk, but you can respond. It says, don't sleep through this moment. It blinks like a little intelligence. This is the moment where people start making grand announcements. They say, the blue spaceships are coming. Help is inbound. The sky has finally sent something down. But I hear something else. It's the blue of my heart. Rescue is never purely external. It doesn't arrive unless something inside you recognizes it. If the blue fleet is real, there must already be an echo of it inside you. Otherwise, you would call it noise and miss it. You would look straight at the answer and just scroll past it. So the yellow blinks, and my heart remembers its own blue, and the equation stops being abstract. Blue plus yellow equals green. Now we come to the strange part. The spaceships don't save me like in a children's story. They don't transport me into a perfect future. They reset me and teleport me to elsewhere, and yet that elsewhere is effectively the same. It's the same time, same world, same shape of task. The mission is rewritten in a new inevitable font and better lighting, and it claims it will finally fix everything. Save the world, save the future, save meaning itself. It's convincing because it looks upgraded. It looks like progress. But it's a pattern, and the machine is very good at moving you from one room to another and congratulating you for growth. You get a new job, new city, new relationship, new ideology, even a new spiritual vocabulary. You think you escaped. Then you realize the corridor is the same corridor, and the loop just got prettier. What breaks the loop then? Sometimes, rarely, the structure itself glitches. The thing that is supposed to be slow becomes sudden. The thing that is supposed to be heavy becomes airborne. Call it the Capricorn jump if you want. A sense of duty, which normally climbs step by step, suddenly leaps. Something rigid cracks open for one instant, and in that crack, you can move. That instant is enough, because green is operable. Green is the breath returning. The moment you can act without being steered by the illusion of choice. That's the safest lie the machine tells you. You are choosing. It hands you two options it prepared, then watches you pick one, and then it calls you free. Green is when you see that trick and stop being impressed by it. So you don't demand comfort nearest to the light like insects. You don't ask for a life with no mistakes. You don't even ask for final escape. You do something more precise. You locate the blink, you keep oxygen, you refuse the coil, and when you are taken elsewhere and it looks like a new chapter, and everyone claps, you carry one law with you, quiet and usable. Blue plus yellow equals green. An equation to survive what keeps repeating.